Greetings and salutes. Greetings and salutes, greetings and salutes. Don't ask me what happened. I don't know. I literally just came back in here to sit down and start doing the stream and go through the hi, greetings, salutes, and the stream wasn't going anymore. Because I was preparing my coffee. Something I don't know if it was a power flicker because my audio microphone box was off as well. So I don't know what happened. I apologize. That was not supposed to happen. So here we are again on another episode of Talking Tactical, everybody. Good to see everyone who we got so far. We got Jason, we got the Grundy Dies. What's up, guys? What's up, Jason? And we got the young one. What's going on? I had DJ in a second ago. Brother, I hope you're still here. What's up? Sorry. Oh. Random stream drops are the worst. See, I'm not even completely set up yet. I still have to rearrange some things. There. Now we're good. And it's warm in here. Man, I'm going to have to turn on my AC soon. Bring a fan in. All right. So, with all that, apologies out of the way. And I actually have my coffee. Let's get the tertiaries out of the way. What's up, DJ? Glad to have you back. Sorry for the stream dropping on you, buddy. We gained another subscriber today, so we're up to 796. 796 subscribers, everybody. 796. We keep creeping ever so closely to that next goal of 1,000 subscribers, where I'll put the GoFundMe out, and all together, with your help, you amazing, beautiful, wonderful people will all pitch in, and we're going to buy one of the mystery box trucks from Airsoft GI that costs $150,000, and I'm going to give the whole thing away through giveaways on the channel, special unboxing event, live, all that good stuff. So let's get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Boost the numbers, share it around, bring people in. Okay. Yep, that's the right patch. Also, if you want one of these bad boys, Square Nuts Airsoft patches, they are $10 each. We also now take Venmo as well as PayPal and Cash App. Hit me up on the Discord. I got one link in the chat there. I'm going to post another one. Go ahead, join the Discord or check me out on Instagram and shoot me a DM. Hit me up to get your Squirrely Nuts Airsoft patches. They're $10 a piece. We also have the hand-drawn and numbered roadkill rags. I'm not prepared. I don't have one with me. But those are $5 each. They're numbered up to 100. And then once we hit 100, the design changes. So go ahead and hit me up on Discord, Instagram, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all that good stuff. Also, if you want yourself a beautiful custom tie-dye shamog, same thing, Instagram, Discord, hit me up. These are $45 each. You get to pick your colors and design pattern, I guess you would call it. Or at least what the guys could possibly do for you. You could throw us ideas, and I'll throw it by the gents. Gigs, I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. But yeah, that's my sales pitches. But I really, guys, seriously, I want to push the 1,000 subscriber goal. Push that 1,000 subscriber goal. Tell everybody you know who is into Airsoft, watches live streams like this, or goes to GI, or anything like that. Tell them that there is a crazy dude on YouTube that actually wants to do pretty much a GoFundMe crowdfund to get one, and I want to give the whole thing away. I'm not keeping nothing to myself. So share that around, spread the word. Let's try to get the channel to blow up again, hit another good spike. We'll hit that next goal. Also, this isn't a sales pitch, but I got some shamogs with the guys already. I got 2 shamogs getting done up. We're doing a Borderlands theme. One is going to be a Claptrap inspired one is a Moxie inspired one. Those are going to be the color themes, and they will be given away as soon as I get them back in my hands. I will put the giveaway up. We'll get that going. And then that will be the first of 2 giveaways for Shamogs, because I got to get some more. And then we're going to do another giveaway for hitting 750 subscribers. If you guys want to pitch me some ideas for the themes for the next giveaway after this one, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see for color patterns on the next giveaway. We got the Borderlands one coming up. What do you want to see on the next giveaway? Yeah. Sunday morning here, brother. Can't wait to go pew. Nice. I have missed you, geeks. I have. It's good to see you again. Understand life is crazy. But yeah. Giveaway is happening. Stick around for that. So, now that I got all the tertiaries out of the way, now that we're into it, we're into the Talking Tactical time. Future Field was the title of this episode. And in the last description, I had on it, I have mentioned that after, potential money comes in from size and growth of the channel goes, I'm going to put that money aside to purchase land so I can build a field based on your guys' support. The more support I get, the more I can build for you guys. And you know what? Tonight, some of you have heard in the Discord some of my dreams and aspirations and ideas where I want to take this field, but not the majority of you. So, thank you for joining me on this episode, because now you guys, if you're curious to what the future field that I will build for you will be like, tonight's the night y'all are going to hear about it. It's going to officially be in the airwaves. I hope nobody steals some of these ideas, but these are pretty much set in stone in my brain. They're going to be staple things we're going to talk about. They're going to be in the field that I think will make for a good time. Now, Plan A is buy land. After money, revenue, ad revenue, whatever, donation support, however money comes in from the channel goes, to buy land. So once we get said land, now put on your imagination caps, and you're going to have to picture a lot of this in your brain, because I thought about using the whiteboard, but it's too small. I can't get enough space in here to get the camera angle right to show it all. So we're just going to have to use our imagination. Also on this land, I will build my own home, so I will actually live on said property as well. It's going to be my life. But essentially, so you're going to pull into a parking lot when you're driving on the road and you see it. Name has not yet been established. But when you see the Squirrely Nuts Airsoft field, you'll pull into the parking lot and you will see a storefront / indoor field attached. Yes, indoor field and storefront. Because I do want to be able to, when the weather's too nasty, still be able to play some airsoft and have an indoor spot to do it. The indoor field, I'm going to be totally honest, I haven't even thought about laying down the specs on how big the indoor field is going to be or the layout, what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be there because I'm still working on a lot of these ideas and getting things on paper and working out size, length, which also determines on how big a plot of land I need. Also, guys, like every other stream, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put a Q in front of it and throw it in the chat so I can seize it. And I can be all like, I seen it. But anyway, continuing on. Yeah, so you're going to, the storefront, that's for registration, field fee, initial chrono, because there'll be a shooting range outside right next to it. It's partially covered as well, but shooting range / chrono attached to the storefront indoor field. Squirrely's Revenge Airsoft. I might have to Eh. As far as the name of the field goes, I've thought of a couple, but some people have already used those names. So I'm still just working on that internally. It's a process. So once you get past Chrono, this is where the main field entrance is going to be. Now, a lot of this is going to be, hopefully, in the ways that it works, some pretty nice wooded area with some open mix in and out, different. Hopefully, this is all also depending on the plot of land that is purchased. But the main idea is there's going to be a main central path that will lead you next to a gas station. Yes, I'm going to make a gas station facade, and that shall be the start of the it's on time. The gas station will be the first of locations that you will walk by and see. It will be called Harbinger Gas, because I'm using that idea of the horror movie trope just for funsies. I mean, I just got to. This is my own sense of humor, like leaning into the field. But in those classic horror movies where you got the car full of teens that are going to wherever in the middle of nowhere, they stop at that one last gas station before they meet their imminent doom, essentially. They got the old crazy guys that, don't want to go down that road, or you're all doomed, that type of thing. So Harbinger of Doom, Harbinger Gas. And that will forever be the thing of the field, is that will be the, once you hit Harbinger Gas, because that is also going to be a capture point in some game modes. It's on. Shortly after Harbinger Gas will be a town setup of multi-buildings ranging of sizes and rooms, windows, hopefully a couple of two-story buildings facing each other in some way, shape, or form. And also this little town area will have a setup akin to a Call of Duty style map, so it will be a 3-lane design, as you would say, for the whole layout of it, so that town itself can be cordoned off for more CQB style game modes. So essentially each little section or known spot will be its own little area of game modes that you could do. So we got smaller maps within the larger map, or you can use the, obviously like most larger fields do. But don't know what the town's going to be called yet. I haven't gotten that far. Don't know what the complete layout is. I do understand, though, that I am going to make it a 3-lane structure for the layout of it. And that way it's going to have like a Call of Duty-esque feel to it when you do play in the spawn or in the town area. Is there going to be a barn? Oh God, I hate this emoji thing. Filled with sharp objects and chainsaws. Since you're going for horror film. No, I'm not going. Okay, so it's not a horror film-esque design for the field or idea. It's just that thought process of the map I thought was kind of funny. That's where the reference of the Harbinger Gas will be that's the field start. Because for some of you, if you're not having a good day, you're gonna, it's your doom. I mean, it's just the funny joke, haha. Anybody who's really gonna get it gets it. It's kind of like a horror movie buff joke. I mean, I'm building this field for the community to have another spot to play, but I'm gonna throw my own little spin on some stuff to have some nice little insider jokes. I mean, it's gonna be one of those if you know, you know. I'll explain the jokes all day long, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of like a lot of the stuff. Think movie Easter egg like things where they reference either other movies or directors, filmmakers, anything like that in names or building types or names of places. Uh, that's what I'm kind of going with names and stylizations of some locations. So that's why that is. Like I said, like I keep saying, a lot of these names for the sections of the field for like the town, I don't have a name for the town yet. I don't know how many buildings are going to be there yet, but like I said, this is still a work in progress. From the town, that is also where you can split paths on going to different areas of the field. It'll go in different directions. And I'm hoping, honestly hoping, for a decent enough plot of land for this that I could, like, an idea of size. And if you guys saw on the Airsoft GI live stream from this past Tuesday, I was on there and I talked about this just a tiny bit. I would like to actually build a field large enough where I could even like host Milsim West events. I would like it to be a sizable enough plot of land with enough diverse sections in it that it would be appealing to large scale Milsims and or slash themed game events that would host a very large number of people. Like how Bellahack can do his theme games where it's like 12 to 1500 people. That's what I want to do. I want to make it that big. So that's why the town is going to be the section where it's going to kind of start to branch off into different areas of the field. There's going to be which direction I don't know exactly yet, but there's going to be a small, I wouldn't say campsite, rest area on a path-ish slash campsite. I don't know what it would be called, but it's going to be a little area with like a small couple buildings set up, kind of like a la bathroom, but not bathroom. Small little pit stop like things. For small points of cover or change up in case the entire field gets used. And then moving on past Cutter, what's going on, brother? What's going to go on past this little breakup down this trail? So there's going to be a stage set up, like a outdoor festival, music stage, I should say. And this will be a permanent structure. Because you guys are going to like this. Not only will it be a capture point and a main point of contention in certain large game modes, but the stage structure in this outdoor section of the field will be in a large clearing. So A, sniper's paradise. B, the stage structure is a permanent structure because it will also serve as a real stage. Because occasionally we'll host musical venues as well as being an airsoft field. Why not, right? If I'm going to put up a stage facade for an airsoft field, why not make multi-use out of it? I mean, think about it. You come to an airsoft field for a multi-day event. It breaks at night and starts the second day and has a campground on it next to the parking lot, of course. Duh. Oh, Cutter, trust me, brother. You're going to be a part of this. Once the field gets going, trust me, you're going to be a part of this. um, but yeah, imagine though, you're on break for the first night of the airsoft game that is going to pick up the next day. But it seemed like it stopped a little early and the next day starts a little late, but they go a little later the next day. Why? Because there's going to be a short couple hour set where we're going to have some people come in on stage and play some music for everybody and grill some food and have a good time. And then boom, everybody goes to bed. Wakes up the next day, plays airsoft all day. And then they get to play airsoft on that stage that they just saw people perform on last night that they were playing on airsoft before they performed. Like, wouldn't that be cool? And it's included in the price of the ticket. You don't have to pay extra. Oh, I know, Cutter. I know. But yeah. So the stage area, not only will it be a nice sniper's delight spot, it'll have momentary cover. It'll be a nice open field. It'll be an area to capture and push through. That's that, but that's in one wing, and then from there you can go the path back into the woods or whatever, and go back into another section of the airsoft field. Now, going further back into the field, we've gone past the stage, we've gone back into the woods, gone down another path, gone somewhere. Let's move to the larger back section of the field. In the back section of the field, there's going to be what looks like a small chunk of hangar, some roadway. Wait, no, that was a runway, and a small helipad. Yep, I'm going to put in a small airport section. It's going to be a small miniature airport because, again, it's going to be utilized for large theme sections of the game. Yes, I will try my best to have downed aircraft, but I highly doubt it will happen because what is going to be in this airfield, it's not going to be a full runway. It's not going to be a full mile stretch runway. It's just going to be a chunk, and it's going to look like it's been blasted and blown up, and there's going to be big craters. So it's going to be a lot of crater foxholing, down in the dirt type cover. But obviously that hangar is going to be a big point of contention for a lot of large scale games. But also I think it would be really cool to have like essentially a small hangar and like a chunk of runway that looks like it's been bombarded to hell and back as a field feature. It was something that came to me as an idea to just be like, hey, if you're gonna do something, if you're gonna go big, go big. I've seen people have downed aircraft on their fields before, but I've never seen somebody like have a chunk of runway or like a small hangar or something that looks like where the airplane would go. Try to make it different. Be like a small ecosystem of what the hell happened in this area. Obviously there will probably be a smaller township section off somewhere by the hangar. Another village type thing. Small setup. I was thinking something along the lines of like trailer park-esque. Something along those lines. So, get down and dirty in some trailers. Also something that I don't see very often. Obviously, because you would replace those trailers with containers, container ship things, which obviously I would do as well, but I would set them up more like a trailer park, essentially. So each container would be a trailer. But yeah, it's small trailer park. Now, considering the size of this field idea, it's massive. There would be also a PA setup. So that way, in all the major areas, If we need to call games, call emergencies, call people off the field, we can just do it with a PA set. Essentially we'd have the voice of God on the field, or in my case, the voice of Odin. And obviously that would be extremely useful in areas like town or the trailer park for small, light, background ambiance. Now, the other big feature of the field, I want to call it, right now, in my brain, I want to call it the Research Center. Because I want a indoor-outdoor, largish building smack dab in the middle of nowhere on this field. Because, my brain's already cooking up games while I'm putting all these things together. And yes, I have an idea for it. Yeah, if you guys know my love of Resident Evil, you know where I'm going with that one. Oops. Kick the mic stand. So yeah, the Research Center would be a essentially warehouse-ish, warehouse light, small to largish, or I don't know. Think of just like a random building that you can go inside, use it for some quick CQB, like real quick CQB, and get in and out and have like a hold position. It'd have like an upstairs office, kind of like a warehouse styled shop, but obviously I would put more to it. But it would be the Research Center, where some weird things go on. And that would be somewhere off the other side of the hangar, coming back up through the other side of the field after the trailer park. And then, there would be small breakup sections coming past the Research Center, coming back up the field from the other side. Little shack-like setups, random nowhere things. Good spots to have NPCs and stuff to be quest givers during large-scale themed games. What am I missing? There's one other big feature that I feel that I'm missing, that I had pre-planned to talk about. But I mean, seriously, so far, what do you guys think? I mean, we're using our imagination caps. I know we're using our imagination caps. But think of these key features. A large town, or medium largish town with 3 lanes set up like a Call of Duty map, with a couple of 2-story buildings and other small buildings with other rooms in them. CQB action of the field that also can be used as a large central hub. We have the Harbinger gas that lets you know this is the start of the field. We have the stage, the Sniper's Delight. The large open field section where everybody's going to be like, yep, nope, that's where I'm going. I'm going to get in my ghillie and sit over here, and I'm just going to catch people as they come off the path. Plus that will also be able to host actual staged events. Obviously, equipment will be taken up and taken down, and it will just be a solid state stage structure that will be there. We have the runway hangar, which will be a bombarded hangar / chunk of runway, because I'm not going, that's just too much work to build a whole runway. And like I said, maybe small helipad. It may just get converted to a hangar with helipad. It just depends on how things roll. Then we have the trailer park. We have the research center. No, I'm not. No. I mean, obviously things are changing and flowing as the field is continuing to be cooked up. But also, I mean, I am already working on my own large-scale multi-day event and theme that I'm slowly putting together, that before my field gets built, this field gets built, and may pitch it to another field to see if they would be willing to host it and help set it up, and we could work with some other field. I was thinking of Twin Cities Airsoft in Minnesota, to be honest, because it's big and it's only like 3.5 hours away. But moving on past that, but yeah, research center, trailer park, airport, stage, town. I think. Oh, bunkers. That's what I was missing. There's going to be a couple of bunkers kind of floating around in different spots. Like those are going to be in some of the breakup points. Bunkers. Or vaults, if you will, if you're a fan of Fallout. Something along those lines where it looks like it's built into the ground, some sort of military style edifice or, a vault, if you would. And obviously, those would be capture style points and like domination, something like that. Could capture the flag spots. But yes, we would have bunkers. And also, bunkers would serve as respawn points in certain game modes as well. Now, that is something I'm also working on is floating respawns in designated areas. So for different game modes, if we're in, and obviously if we're in different sections of the field and just using that section for a gameplay mode, respawns will have dead set areas. But I will have essentially floating respawns for the larger scale events. But I will, so that way, in every way, shape, and form, you won't have to walk all the way to one spot unless it's dictated for said game mode for one dedicated like spawn. Because that is one thing I think I've seen with some larger fields is especially with multi-days events that are the very large scale ones, is they have one dedicated respawn that, like, if you can't be revved on the field, you have to walk all the way back through absolutely everything, all the way back to the start just to respawn. So I figure if you include like what I call floating respawns, you can have respawns in different spots of the field. So people, like, unless they want to go back towards Harbinger Gas, they can go respawn and get right back into the game. Obviously, if they need to go reload, do something like that, it makes sense to go all the way back to Harbinger Gas. But yeah, floating respawns will be a thing. And as Isaiah asked, he asked if full auto is a thing. Yeah, no, full auto is going to be a thing. My field, I will allow full auto, obviously, within proper chrono limits with LMGs and SMGs. Yeah, these are the rules. These are the things that people really want to know about the field. The field setup is cool without, a map or pictures, which eventually, guys, I will show you a map. I will get this all drawn out. So, yeah, full auto will be a thing, and full auto will be allowed, obviously, like I just said, within chrono limits, with LMGs and SMGs. DMRs, snipers, the full suite of things will be allowed. Pending, approval on certain style builds. Me personally, I'm not huge on DSG builds because I think those rates of fire are ridiculous. But yeah, obviously, full auto within reason. No full auto. Cutter, you know what? Cutter, I would challenge that to a point. If you could tune it to fit, I would allow your stuff. Like, I am not a fan of DSG builds, but like I said, within approval, you can run them. So with excessively large DSG style builds where your rate of fire is past 45 RPS, we'll switch you to burst rules. So it'd be like literally like pat, 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 pat. You can't hammer it down. You'd be stuck to burst fire. But I just, the thing with DSGs is it feels unsafe at sometimes when it's that much. um, but I'm not going to deny somebody from running their build. I'm gonna do my best to work with everybody, and everybody gets to use their builds that they want to run on the field, as long as it's safe and not like, oh yeah, and I look at it and just go, ha, no. If it is unsafe, why is it that much? Yeah, I question your builds if you're intentionally building it to run like 60 rounds per second. That is unsafe. That is ridiculous. There is no reason for that. Also, all of my respawns, unless specified for designated game modes, you will be able to revive on the field with Buddy Aid. At least once. At least once. I like tourniquet rules for milsims. I like the idea of not constantly having to walk back to respawn. And these would obviously be for more specifically larger game modes. Smaller game modes, obviously, like Team Deathmatch Capital. There's going to be, there's a respawn there, just go back there. But for the larger scale game modes, you will be able to some sort of buddy aid or revive on field, so you don't always have to respawn. I always say cool tech flex, but not safe for gameplay. Yeah, this is very true, Cutter. Very true. Very true. So, with that PSA being said, if you're doing those really high rate of fire builds, guys, think about what you're building and what you're using it for and who you're shooting it at. Because you could be doing open play and it's some little kid. You could ruin it. And ruin airsoft. The DSG builds can ruin airsoft for people. So don't do it. 2 tourniquets, 1 on each arm. 2 tourniquets, 1 on each arm. 3rd hit back to spawn. Yeah, that's essentially the designated standard tourniquet thing. Dead rags, you obviously will still put up before you get tourniquet, to let people know, and you're highly visible, that you have been hit. But yeah, that's essentially the tourniquet rule. I like I said, these are still shop in progress things. I don't want to exactly copy everything. I want to try to change some stuff up. I want to try to make it different. Obviously, and also things will get mixed up. Things will get changed. Things will get altered. Things can change on the fly during different game modes or whatever is going on. Or whoever is hosting an event there, it will, if the field hosts an event, like quote unquote, like I said, I would like to host it, be big enough to host Milsim West. It will be Milsim West rules, obviously. Hosted events, it will be that game rule set that obviously legally fits within, insurance field requirements for those things. But yeah, and obviously standard basic airsoft rules would apply past that. Now, I know some of you are thinking minimum engagement distance. We haven't talked about that when it comes to the rules for the field. Minimum engagement distance. Minimum engagement distance will be based on game mode, event, persons on the field under the age of 18. Minimum engagement distance will be a thing, and it will be essentially if there is a game being played and there are no minors on the field whatsoever, meaning that everybody playing on that field in that game is over the age of 18, there will be a vote had amongst the players to have minimum engagement distance either revoked or left in place. Which means bang rule will only be there if there's minimum engagement distance. If there is no minimum engagement distance, then there is no bang rule. Obviously, there will always be minimum engagement distance with DMRs and snipers and full auto. That is unexcusable. There will always be minimum engagement distance with those three platform types. That is for safety reasons only. DMR is 50 feet. Sniper is 100. 50 feet also for LMGs and no full auto in buildings. Yeah, I'm keeping those up. But I feel that so far with those essential basic rule set ideas, I feel it's fair. I feel it caters to everybody and allows everybody to come in and have a good time, regardless of if it's an open play or an event. And yes, I will also allow approved melee weapons of multiple types, sizes, and varieties. So if you want to bring a foam replica melee weapon, let me stress that again, foam. No hard stuff when you get into the larger scales things. No hard plastic, foam. So, like, if you got the replica foam Leviathan axe from God of War, oh yeah, I'll allow that. But keep in mind, if you're using silent weapons or melee weapons for silent kills, it is no swing hits. It's a tap. It is a tap. But yeah, approved melee weapons. Everything that is weird, large, or not like a small rubber airsoft knife. Yeah, no, it will have to be approved by field admins. But you'd be surprised what will be approved. Obviously, lightsabers, yes. Those are not foam, I understand. But tap. No swinging, no. And lightsaber duels and duels of that nature are going to be held in certain specific areas. Because there's going to be no hard swinging on anybody. No, I'm not dealing with that. Yeah. So, basic rules. Oh, and grenades. Obviously, I'm going to do everything in my power to approve grenades. All grenades. Like, all grenades. All pyro possible. I want all of them to be able to be used. That includes tag-ins, EG67s, smokes. And I mean, when I mean tag-ins, I mean all tag-ins. All of them. I want to be one of the few fields that allows you to actually use the wealth of tag-ins if you can get them. Because I think being able to use tag-in rounds of all varieties would be cool and would be awesome. Also, refillable stuff or reclaimable thunder bees, storm grenades, stuff like that. That's on you if you lose it. Not my fault. You want to bring a $70 grenade, throw it, and then try to go find it in the middle of nowhere? Nah. That's on you, man. I ain't going to reimburse you for it. That's why, grenades. That's why there's a store. There will be a store on the field to go buy those things. But yeah, I mean, as I think so far in totality of the idea, with not everything being totally laid out, but mostly laid out, I think so far it's a good cooking idea. Once I get the map laid out and designed, I will post it on the channel community page. I will let you guys know this is the future. The future. The future field. Yeah. Yeah. And every and all game mode will be played. We will take up new ideas for game modes if you have them. We will always have fun, and I will try to do my best. Keep in mind, I will not be able to make. I will build the field out of customer support, but I unfortunately, looking at it from the business perspective of pre-planning all this, I will have to charge field fees. We'll try to keep them as low as possible, but essentially, field fees, like any real field will tell you, field fees go straight to keeping the field going and paying for the insurance. That's it. Like it's just enough to keep them alive. So everybody who complains about field fees, guys, you want to play airsoft at field, please pay it. Please. Just pay the field fee and just don't complain. If it's exorbitantly high and the field sucks, then yeah, I can understand complaint. But please, field fees, pay them. Or donate. Donate to your local fields. Like, if you go to Ashran Airsoft Field in West Virginia, with Woodland Viper, his field is free. But I urge you all, if you go see him, donate. They ask for donations. Please donate. Donate more than you would normally pay a field fee. Help produce that field to become better by donating to them. But that's why field fees are a thing. Please understand, they're trying to keep it going for you guys. That's why they have to charge that stuff. So, unfortunately, there will be a field fee, but it is what it is. It's part of keeping it going. The getting the field made, that's on the YouTube support. So, guys, gals, everything which way in between, you all are awesome, amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. So let's jack these subscriber numbers up so I can start getting these things in motion. Not only could I start that $150,000 mystery box truck giveaway if we had 1,000 subscribers, but we can start pushing for just getting those watch hours up. You guys just need to watch the videos over and over on loop. So then I can start maybe getting ad revenue, even though we know the overlords don't like airsoft content, but maybe getting ad revenue. But I could put up a membership thing. And you guys could pay a membership every month. And that membership fee that would come in would get put into a pot to buy this land, to build this field. Ooh. This coffee is making me gassy. So, in closing, essentially, let's crank up the numbers, guys. Let's get to the expanded goals, which... past 1,000, I don't have any goals set up yet. So, I'm gonna start. I've been starting to workshop those. They are a coming. We will have new goals to hit after 1,000, and they'll probably be in the same vein of where we were before. So it'll probably be about, except for once we pass 1,000, they'll be a little bit extended. So the goal after 1,000 will be 1,500. That will be the next goal to hit after 1,000. And each goal marker will get stepped up in some sort of way with a giveaway or a vote of some kind. So let's pump it up, guys. Let's pump it up. I want to build this field for you. I want to build this field for you guys. I want another spot in the Midwest for people to go because there's not too many in the Midwest. There really isn't too many fields out here. So if you guys want airsoft to become the biggest and best thing that it could ever be, we need to grow. Grow the channel. Grow it. I'm dead serious, guys. I want to do this. I can't express how transparent I try being with everybody. Cannot express. I want to do this all for you. So, also, if you guys want any ideas and tidbits to get thrown in, click the link, join the Discord, order some merchant goods, and we can talk about it some more. Or we can just shoot the schnitzel and hang out. So, join the Discord, grow the channel, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, share, bell icon, all the normal things. All that good stuff. Do it all. If it's your first time here, welcome. I appreciate you joining. You're an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, amazing person. Or persons. If there's multiple of you watching. But I think that'll wrap it up for tonight, guys. I thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you all from the deepest part of my heart. I appreciate you all. And, like I always say, never ever forget your battle cry. Nee.